the movie, which is the next point, the movie they're using this movie as a jumping off point of everything that's supposed to happen.
Everything, right?
So without this movie, without this movie being the gateway, then we won't have what's coming next.
Right. So, who knows? They may even decide to release the Batgirl movie out of this.
And then after this movie, James Gunn has freedom to do anything. I think this is the best jumping on point for James Gunn, because
that's going to be my point. Because Sonny mentioned a lot about not trusting DC, and I think James Gunn is DC, and it's really out of DC's hands. It's in his hands. Right. So even though he's doing it under the title, DC is irrelevant as far as what's going to be happening, because it's his baby. Now, going back to the Zack Snyder DC verse on Netflix, my original question is, what do we think about it? And I told you that I think it's awesome. The reason I think it's awesome is, one, because of something that Sonny mentioned in the previous episode about competing titles like Marvel and DC coexisting. Will if both a DC and a Marvel movie comes out, will we go watch both of them? Yes, we will.
Yes.
So in this same instance, if Zack Snyder and James Gunn both put out a Superman movie, just as an example, are we going to see both of them? Yes, we will.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not about, confusion or nothing. If I know that this is Zack Snyder's universe and I know that this is James Gunn's universe, there's nothing going to confuse me. I'm going to look at James Gunn for what it is, and I'm going to look at Zack Snyder for what that is. It's not going to be any crossover, and I'm going to understand that these are two different universes. There's much in the same way that we all watch Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and realize that was one universe, and then Marvel itself was a whole different universe.
Up into a certain point, though, because they tried to bring them in.
They took liberties whenever it benefited them.
Yeah,
whenever it benefited them, they took liberties and made it one universe, and the other times it wasn't the same universe. But still, nonetheless, we still watched it. Is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. Well, being comic book fans, you want to support all the movies that come out anyway, because I'm like this, and you all can remember when those first Superman movies came out, and even Conan. We went to see Conan because we knew who Conan was.
I mean, when I first saw Conan, I didn't even know it was a Marvel. I did not know. I did, because it was a standalone movie.
I bought the Conan movie. Books. So so I knew it was a Marvel movie, a Marvel character, or a open source, whatever they call the open source, because Marvel. There's other comic. I don't know how you say it, like DC and Marvel. There's other people that can put out, publishers that can put out, because how is it, Sonny? It is a open source.
Well, the copyright kind of lapsed on it, so it's an open source subject
character, right?
And so because Conan was, truth be known, was probably one of the first books outside of the books that Alvin got me started on, that I started collecting, because it was a magazine, and it's always been very graphic, highly sexualized.
Right.
It's just like how they do Tarzan. Certain publishers can use it if it lapsed. So, so I always knew that those were Marvel properties at the time, because I bought the books. But it's what I was saying was, it didn't matter. Me as a comic fan knew that character, and I was going to see it. And now you got people that get so upset at, well, this is not right, and this is not right, and it's just garbage. I'm like, I'm going to see all of them that come out, because if the numbers start dropping on these movies, then they're gonna back off of making them. you know.
Well, yeah. I
mean, and then all you're gonna have are the comic books.
Yeah. Right.
So
we'll go back to square one where we were just reading books and wishing that they had made movies for it.
Wishing that they made movies, right.
I mean, and I think Star Trek universe started really set the mold for that with Discovery and saying, hey, we're going to do this thing. We're going to put on streaming. So if you want to see it, you gotta pay for streaming. And I tell you, the only reason I even paid for Paramount because of that.
Right.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Now and did I think that it was worth my money? I love the show, but I mean, yeah, I was gonna pay for it for Star Trek. Now it's got some other stuff on it that I like.
Yeah. But that is good, right?
That's
but
good.
They used that knowing that we were going to come and you know, help their sales and this and that, because we were Star Trek fans. You know,
even the people that dog it out, they watched it still, if nothing else, so they could dog it out still every week.
Yeah, but you know, we're not getting off subject, but just, these new Star Treks are amazing.
Yeah, yeah. But let's get back to the Zack Snyder. But like I said, when doing the DC verse and on Netflix and Zack Snyder doing that, like I said, I think it'll be a great idea. It's been talked that, you know, because we know that James Gunn, I think he scrapped the Black Adam, so that means Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's out of
right.
the James Gunn verse. Henry Cavill's out.
Here's the thing, huh? Well, y'all really surprised because
no,
we like The Rock. I think The Rock is cool.
Yeah, but
most of the movies that The Rock is in don't really do well.
They do well, but the thing about it is, his interpretation of Black Adam is pretty damn good. I don't know what the negative reviews are. I haven't even read it. I know that they're negative reviews, but I didn't even read them because I liked the movie. But I did not like certain representations of other superheroes in the movie, the Hawkman and all that. I thought that could have been better. I thought that could have been better, but how they portrayed Black Adam, I like that, and I thought that was a good movie, and so, but also they James Gunn getting rid of Henry Cavill, so they're talking about Dwayne was trying to recruit Henry Cavill to get on with Zack Snyder's version of the DC verse, because I think The Rock was kind of upset of how his project got scrapped. I don't know if it was ego or if he really liked the character or whatever it is. He wants to push the Zack Snyder side and he was actually recruiting a bunch of people that got terminated by James Gunn and bring them over to Zack Snyder, and they do their own thing. And that's part of the reason of the Netflix. That's part of the reason of this, and and them pushing for Zack Snyder to man the helm of it. But like I said, I think it's a damn fabulous idea, because you got these two creative geniuses, and it's going to be like them, going head to head and combating one another and seeing who has the best ideas. But and it's win-win for us, the fans,
right?
Because it's we can't get enough of it. We can't get enough of our comic book characters coming to life. We can't get enough of that. We can't get enough of all this, all the action and all these characters that we grew up loving, being portrayed on film. We can't get enough of it. So like I said, it's a win-win for us. So I want it. So in transition to that, let's talk about the Flash trailer, which we saw. I'm really excited for that. Like I said, that's going to be a great jumping off point for James Gunn for what he has coming. He talked about a lot of stuff that is coming, that this is going to branch off. This is going to branch off to other movies and everything. The premise of it is, I think it's the same thing that the Flashpoint in the comic book is, you know, Barry, he wants to save his mom, so he wants to go back and change time and save his mom and everything jumps off from there. The biggest thing that everybody is superiorly happy about is their most famous and the best Batman in the world is the Michael Keaton Batman being in this movie.
Right.
So
right.
I think that's the biggest. I think that's been the biggest plus in this right here. So how do we feel about this Flash movie, the trailer?
You know, I just voiced my opinion on it. I think this is going to go down as one of the best DC movies. Just by looking at the previews. I mean, I hope this is not one of those things where they put all the good stuff in the previews and then you got to sit through, you know, an hour worth of foolishness. There's a lot of things that I see now in the trailer that I'm wondering about, like one of the Flashes has a red yellow aura around him, and then the other one has a blue aura around him. You know, I think in the comics and you know, the TV shows that blue aura was always Zoom or some other evil Flash. You know, you got to wonder, is that what they're using, or are they just doing that to separate you know, visuals for two Flashes in one movie?